चंद्र। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. So yesterday we saw that Ramananda Rai and Mahaprabhu, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they finally met each other. And then how Mahaprabhu pacified himself, stabilized himself. After this, Lord Chaitanya and Ramananda Rai sat down together. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya has spoken very highly of you, Lord Chaitanya informed Ramananda Rai. So I have come to see you. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya considers me one of his devotees. Ramananda Rai replied. Therefore, he has kindly recommended that you see me. So Ramananda Rai was very respectful to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he considers Ramananda Rai to be one of his devotees, or one who is very devoted to someone. So therefore, he had lot of um, concern and care for Ramananda Rai. Just like the parents, they are very caring about their children, and children also, they are very devoted to the small kids. They are very devoted to the parents. So therefore, they have a lot of concern, because small kids, they're very innocent. They don't know what is right, what is wrong, and they're dependent on their parents fully. When if mother calls for eating, okay, let's eat at that time. The small toddler will not have distrust on the mother. If the mother is feeding milk, that toddler doesn't even think if the mother is going to give anything harmful, poisonous. Whatever mother gives, yes. Therefore, the mother is always very concerned that my toddler, my little child, doesn't do anything. I have to take care of the child. Similarly, when somebody is devoted, then to whoever that devotion may be, it becomes a responsible of that person to take care of this devoted person. So therefore, Krishna says, no, that become my devotee. Because when somebody becomes devoted to Krishna, then it becomes Krishna's responsibility to ensure that this person is fine, to ensure that everything is proper. Krishna is always concerned about his devotees. Devotees means one who is completely devoted, just like a toddler, just like a newborn baby. Doesn't have any, what to say? There is no duality. If mother is giving the milk, what if she mixes poison and give? Okay, then the child will die. Because the child has no other option. Child doesn't know anything other than that. Whatever the mother will do, the child has to accept. That is, if somebody is devoted to Krishna like that, then Krishna becomes very concerned about that person. And all the time, Krishna is running here and there and worried to protect that person. So, like that, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, Ramananda Rai is saying that Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya considers me one of his devotees. Therefore, he has kindly recommended that you come and see me. Ramanand Rai very much appreciated the Lord's touching a man of wealth. Mahaprabhu would not even look at materialistic persons, but he embraced Ramanand Rai. Forget about looking. He embraced Ramanand Rai, and he was so happy when he saw Ramanand Rai. He was waiting for Ramanand Rai actually. So Ramanand Rai, out of his genuine humility and gratitude, he appreciated that how merciful Mahaprabhu is. There was no need for him to touch somebody who is, serving the king, and who is full of um always surrounded with all this opulence and all these things. So he appreciated that the Lord touched such a person. Generally, a king, governor, or any politician is always absorbed in the thoughts of political affairs and everything related to pounds, shillings, and pence, means rupees in Indian terms, that everything is concerned with. कितना पैसा हुआ. Everything is politics means पैसा and political affairs. So a politician or a governor or a king is only concerned with all these things still. And that means that means Ramananda Rai is trying to say that one who is not Krishna conscious, they are such persons. But Ramananda Rai was actually a pure devotee. Anyhow, again coming back to this. Therefore, such persons are avoided by sannyasis. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, however, knew that Ramananda Rai is a great devotee. And so he did not hesitate to touch and embrace him. Sri Ramananda Rai was surprised by Lord Chaitanya's behavior, and he cited a verse from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.8.4. Great personalities and sages appeared in the homes of worldly men just to show them mercy. Many times, uh, the sannyasis and such great personalities and sages, they go home to home because grihasthas are always absorbed in their worldly duties. ये करना है, वो करना है, this child, my family, my husband, my wife, my this, my that. That is what the mind of a grihastha has. That's what only happens in a grihastha's life. So therefore, great personalities, sages, just to show mercy to these grihasthas, just to give them some Krishna, they come in their homes, they appear in the homes of such persons. So, like that, Mahaprabhu had no business to go to what is that place's name? Kabur, isn't it? Kabur. Yesterday we read. Yes, Kabur. So Mahaprabhu had no business going to Kabur, but just to show mercy. Ramananda Rai is saying this, just to show mercy upon me, you have come. Lord Chaitanya's special treatment, actually, even when devotees from ISKCON, this is very common that whenever some devotee will, even on the streets, devotees, they are distributing these scriptures, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, or they may go to some persons and they may say that okay, would you like to contribute, there is a this seva happening or that seva happening, would you like to contribute? So people get very irritated ki aa gaye bheek mangne, but actually they don't understand that these devotees, they are not asking for money for themselves. Arey, we don't even need your money. To hell with such money. Who knows how they are earning that money? But just because they are so um, unfortunate that there is no Krishna in their life, there is no Krishna consciousness in their life. Therefore, to open the bank balance of their spiritual account, the spiritual bank balance, these devotees, they are ready to take such humiliation upon themselves. Just because this is the mood of devotees. Vaishnavas, they just want to serve, just want to help others. Vaishnavas don't really have any need because all their needs are taken care by Krishna. They belong to Krishna. They are just like that child whose mother is very much concerned about the child because my child doesn't understand anything. But others, they think that अरे ये इस्कॉन वाले भिखारी है, हमें हमेशा ये मांगते हैं वो मांगते हैं, but they don't understand इस्कॉन वाले. Srila Prabhupada has opened so many, established so many huge mansion of temple, mansion like temples. Where has all that money come from? Have you given? Have they given any penny? No. They themselves don't have half of it also. Who is providing? Srila Prabhupada said all these rich persons, even if they come together, they cannot create anything. It is out of our causeless mercy that we are giving them an opportunity to donate in these, to offer in these services. so that they can get benefited. Otherwise, Krishna is the provider. If Krishna wants, all their wealth can be taken away from from them overnight. And if Krishna wants, he can give as much wealth as required to them. So Srila Prabhupada always used to say this, that these rich people are not maintaining our temples. It is Krishna who is maintaining us and our temples. You go to any ISKCON temple, opulent prasadam. In Radha Kunj Bihari temple in Detroit, in other temples at least there are timings that okay, you go at this time, you get prasad. You go after that, you will not get prasad. Obviously, because so many. But Radha Kunj Bihari temple in Detroit is so merciful that no matter who comes at what time, they will definitely get, because Radha Kunj Bihari never lets anybody go without prasadam, no matter what time. I have myself experienced it. No matter what time, anytime you show your face in the temple, they will not let you go without prasadam. Prasadam is always there. Mahaprasad is always there. And opulent prasad, rice, dal, chapati, this, that, everything will be there. That doesn't mean that, and it is all free. No charges. It is, everything is free. Anybody can come in and take prasad. How is it coming? Who is maintaining? Krishna is the maintainer. Krishna inspires from within. If Krishna inspires somebody, that person becomes fortunate to donate something in the temple. So great personalities and sages, they appear in the homes of worldly men just to show them mercy. They don't need anything for themselves and leave aside our useless money. They don't need that at all. Lord Chaitanya's special treatment of Sri Ramananda Rai indicated that although Ramananda Rai was born in a non-Brahminical family, he was far, far advanced in spiritual knowledge and activity. Therefore, he was more respectable than anyone who simply happens to be born in a Brahminical family. Although Sri Ramananda, out of his meek and gentle nature, considered himself to be born in a lower Shudra family, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nonetheless considered him to be situated in the highest transcendental stage of devotion. Devotees never advertise themselves as great. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj is undoubtedly a pure devotee. There is a saying that there is Achal Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, and His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj is the manifest form of Jagannath, who is moving everywhere. He is directly serving Jagannath in Jagannath Puri, and he's carrying that mercy. He has given out intimate pastimes. He has of There are books by His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj giving the most intimate details about Lord Jagannath, different pastimes of devotees of Lord Jagannath. Then about Rath Yatra, intricate details. Then about Srimati Radharani, intricate details. So many other books. And still, if somebody has met Maharaj and spoken to him, or has had that experience, has that fortune of speaking to Maharaj face to face, they will know that Maharaj is so simple, and he's taking care of this India tribal care all over India, all the tribal communities where nobody enters. There is only Naxalites and murders happening, and there is no proper food, clothing, nothing, and absolutely degraded condition of life. Maharaj is walking and entering into those risky areas, risking his own life with his team, and there he is, you know, what to say, village after village, these tribal communities, now they are all thriving, happily thriving with, and not that they're converted. Maharaj always says that there are other religions who go to places just to convert these people. They want to convert people into this religion, that religion, but no. ISKCON doesn't have any such agenda of converting that, because it is not about religion. It is about Sanatan Dharma. Sanatan means eternal and Dharma means our duty. Our eternal duty is what? To become a servant of God and to serve the Supreme God. And Maharaj goes to these areas there. Schools have been established, proper food, proper water, clothing facility. There are pathshalas. There are teachers given in these schools. The kids have started going to school. Previously, there was no school, and all these kids were taken into the camps to become Naxalites. The previous murderers have become devotees, and now, not that they're still murdering, no, they're not killing anybody. They are actually properly engaged in Krishna consciousness, preaching also. They are preaching to other Naxalites so that they can stop their activities, and they are engaging themselves in their actual tribal activities. Whatever is their culture, Maharaj is protecting their culture, and others are just trying to take away their culture from them. So, this is what India Tribal Care is doing. But if you meet Maharaj, he's so simple. Um, if you speak to him, Maharaj, how are you? Nah, I'm fine, little bit, I'm okay. He's this is this why I'm saying all these things, because devotees, they never advertise themselves as great. His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Sai Maharaj is a pure devotee, Strikal Gyani. He will look at you and he knows your past, your present, and your future also. But he doesn't see himself to be as a great devotee. He sees he's so genuinely humble. So they never advertise themselves as great. But the Lord is very eager to advertise the glory of his devotees. After meeting for the first time that morning on the bank of the Godavari, Sri Ramananda Rai and Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu separated with the understanding that Ramananda Rai would come in the evening again to see the Lord. So they just met and they exchanged. Ramananda Rai expressed his feelings, his genuine gratitude, his humility. Out of his humility, he expresses his position that I am so fallen, yet you are so merciful. He glorifies Mahaprabhu. And then Mahaprabhu also feels very pleased. Mahaprabhu also glorifies Sri Ramananda Rai. So that exchange happens when they first sat down. And then, because they had their duties, Madhyan duties and everything, so they decide on this thing that okay, in the evening we will meet again for advanced and more important discussions. So with that understanding, they get separated. Sri Ramananda Rai goes back for his duties. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also goes back for his afternoon activities. So we'll pause here with that, and Krishna willing, we'll again continue reading tomorrow. So thank you very much, dear devotees, for a very kind association. वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्री श्रीमद जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय आनंदे
हरि बोल श्री श्याम